Hi, welcome back. Once again, I'm certainly glad you could join me today. Thought today we'd do the little animated opening, the little painting you see at the beginning of the show that just sort of pop, pop, pop and comes on. You know, it only takes a couple of minutes to paint that picture, but it takes a lot of fantastic people a long time to animate it and make it come alive for you. So, tell you what, let's have them run all the colors across the screen that you need to paint this picture. And let's go on up here and get started. I'm going to start out today with an old 2-inch brush and go right into a small amount of alizarin crimson. Just a small amount, and just tap it into the bristles. And just going to come here and there using little crisscross strokes. The canvas is already covered with the liquid white, so it's all wet and slick and it's ready. There, just here and there. Just here and there. Now this won't be an exact duplicate of the little painting that you see at the beginning of each show in this series, but it'll show you how it was made. Maybe a little touch right in here, wherever you want it. Okay, now then, without cleaning the brush, I'm going to pick up the least little touch of phthalo blue. Takes very little. I'll make a lavender color. Takes very little blue. It's many, many times stronger than the alizarin crimson, okay? Now, here and there, we're going to drop in a little bit of this lavender color. And I'm still using the little crisscross strokes. Still using them. There. Just all kinds of happy little things happening here. And in your painting, you make any color that you like. If you would like it more into the bluish tones, then use that. Because painting is very individual. You should really paint what makes you happy. We all see nature a little bit differently. And the way that you see it is exactly the way it should be painted. Okay. That gives us a nice little sky. Let me wash this old brush. And as usual, we wash our brushes with odorless thinner. And I really recommend you use odorless thinner. If you use regular paint thinner that stinks, you're going to be the most unpopular person in the house in just a couple of minutes. Now then, with a good clean dry brush, all I'm going to do is blend this sky together a little bit, still using the little crisscross strokes. Blend the entire sky. There, in this painting, we're going to have a little bit of water, so while we have this old dirty brush going, I'll go right into a little bit more of the phthalo blue. Just a small amount. And our water is going to be, somewhere in here. I don't know exactly. Doesn't matter. Just drop in some color. Like so. Okay. Tell you what. Let's we'll use a 1-inch brush today. And you could do this with a 2-inch brush or a fan brush. And go right through the titanium white. Be right back. Reach down here and get a little touch of the bright red. So I have a little bright red and titanium white. Let's go right up here. Now then, let's build us a happy little cloud that floats around the sky. And just make tiny little circles here. Just tiny little circles. Just like so. Just let it sort of bounce around. Just wherever you want to. Okay, we'll do several layers of clouds. Maybe there's another cloud that lives right here. And clouds are very free. They just sort of float around and have fun all day. There. See how easy they are to make, though? There we go. There he is. Just sort of let him go wherever you want him. Wherever you want him. Okay, maybe right in here. But always using little circular patterns. You don't want your clouds to be all flat. So use these little circular patterns all the time. It'll keep them fluffy. Okay, now then, with a clean, dry 2-inch brush, I want to just blend the base of these clouds. Gently, gently, gently. Just blend the base. And I'm not touching the top yet. I'll touch the top in a second. But right now, just the base. Like so. Now I beat the brush just to remove excess paint so you don't have to go through the whole cleaning procedure. Now I'm going to fluff those up. Just grab them. Lift them, big circular strokes, lift them, there you go. See there? Beat the brush again and then very lightly, just blend the entire sky. Isn't that easy? You got a sky full of fantastic clouds. That easy. All right. Now then, let's build a mountain. Gonna build a mountain. So I'll take some black, alizarin crimson, a little bit of phthalo blue, and I'm looking for sort of a lavender color here. Now, that just looks black. If you want to find out what color you have, put a little white there and test it, like so. And that's pretty good. That's about what I'm looking for. We can live with that. All right, so we take a little of this, and let's come right up in here and decide where our mountain lives. And our mountain lives right here. And all you do is push it right into the fabric. Just your basic shape, and really use a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. The only thing you're worried about is a nice outside edge. You don't care what's happening in here at this point. Okay, maybe there was another little peak right about there. And as I say, once again, this will not be an exact duplicate. Never can you paint the exact duplicate. But it's close enough to show you how it was made, and you can do your own at home. There we go. Okay, scrape off all the excess paint. I'll just use a 2-inch brush and pull that out. Now, because the canvas is wet, that paint will literally slide on there. See there? Just pull it. We want it to get lighter and lighter toward the base. Okay, then just over here, we'll just pull that one right on off the canvas. It's fantastic that you can move a whole mountain that easy. Okay, we can wash that brush out now. Shake off the excess, cover the crew, and we're in business. Okay. Tell you what here, let me get a little bit of titanium white with the least little touch of the bright red in it, least little touch. Cut across and get our little roll of paint. See, you just pull it out flat and cut across. Okay, now then, just let it barely touch the canvas here. Just let it graze, just flow right down the side of this mountain. Just let it flow. Wherever you want to highlight, think where light's going to strike. Just let it flow right down there. All kinds of little things happening. Over here on this old big one. There it comes. See there? It's that easy. Just let it just float right down there. No pressure though. Absolutely no pressure. None whatsoever. It's just that little roll of paint touching the canvas. No pressure. You want the paint to break and have all these holes in it. That's what makes it look like rocks and stones and all kinds of little things happening. I'm going to grab the small knife here. Let me get into some of these little areas. I'm going to take a little touch of phthalo blue, mix a little white with it. Phthalo blue and white. There we go. And I'll grab the least little touch of dark sienna and then right through. So you have two colors loaded on the knife there. Little dark sienna, little phthalo blue and white. Now then, let's go up here and touch and just pull down. And because there's two colors loaded on the knife, you'll get all kinds of little effects automatically. Still, no pressure though. No pressure. Don't overblend it. Put it up here and try to get away from it. Try to leave it alone. Let these colors just sort of happen. And you can do this with any color combinations that you want. You can load 3-4 colors on a knife at one time if you want to. But it's a super way of making some beautiful little effects with no effort. Just no effort. There we go. Okay, maybe in here somewhere, wherever you want them. Just drop them in. And here and there, use a little bit of dark color and you can sort of bring those edges out. Make them strong where there's deep shadows in there. Add a little more character to it. Make all kinds of things happen. Be brave. Look at there. Okay. Now then, back to our highlight color, white with a little touch of bright red in it. And let's begin bringing that down and out. There. Just let your imagination go. You can create some of the most fantastic mountains. It's just a matter of letting your imagination take you there. A little bit right in there. Shoot, maybe there's another little dip right there. A little doer. All you need is a little shadow under it, and it becomes an individual. That easy. Okay. You can also get carried away and cover up your whole canvas with nothing but mountains. And that's all right. There is not a thing in the world wrong with that. Let me put a little shadow right behind that little peak. When I was first learning to paint, I used to take an old canvas and paint the entire canvas with nothing but mountains. And that's the best way I've ever found to learn. Just paint the entire canvas from top to bottom with mountains. Then I used to have a huge putty knife, and I'd just scrape off the entire canvas and start over and do it again. That's the way to learn. If there's any secret to this or any style of painting, I've said it over and over, it's just practice. That's the only secret. I think it's the only secret to anything in life. Anything in life, because you can have anything you want, anything that you want, if you're willing to pay the price. And the price to paint is practice. That's all. There we go. Just blend that out. And another nice thing, if you ever think about it, I heard somebody say one time, you could have anything that you wanted if you just helped enough other people get what they want. Same color, just pulling it out, getting our little roll of paint right on the edge of the knife. Let's mix our little footy hills in here. And for that, I'm just going to push in some of this dark lavender color. I'm just really pushing it very firmly. That's sort of a nice saying, though, because if you help enough other people, you will. You get whatever you want. You can have anything you want, but you have to help enough other people get what they want. I think that's a fantastic philosophy to live by. And you don't have to hurt anybody. Just rub the bottom of this. And you can make a lot of people happy. Now, just with a knife today, just going to use a knife, you can put in some basic little shadows and stuff. See, it looks like things are happening in there, but you've really done very little. A little white, a little titanium white, and you can create that illusion of mist. You can paint entire paintings just using the knife. I think in one of the earlier series we did that. We painted an entire painting only using the knife. Once you make friends with that son of a gun, you can't believe what it's capable of doing. Okay. Tell you what, time to get crazy. Take a old 2-inch brush and go right into some Van Dyke brown. We'll get up a little alizarin crimson into it, a little touch of dark sienna. Not a whole bunch of paint, just enough to get the bristles loaded with a little. Okay. Now then, let's begin putting in our land areas here. This is where you begin worrying about the lay of the land, or the way the land flows, the angles in it. Now it starts becoming important. There we go. See, just begin deciding how you want this to go. There. And figure out where you want to save some water. There. We'll have a little bit of water right in there. But this really is not all that planned. You just sort of look at it, and each painting is different. Your painting will be different than my painting. Don't try to just copy what I'm doing here. That's not no fun. Shoot. This is freedom. This is the most free style of painting that I've ever seen, and I think I've tried most styles of painting. We don't use any patterns. We don't sketch. We just sort of let it happen. You visualize a scene in your mind. Just visualize it. And you very, very soon, with a little practice, you learn to take that scene that you saw in your mind and drop it on canvas. And that's what we want to teach you here. There. Okay. All we're doing here is just applying a base color, a dark color. We need the dark in order for the light to show. So it's no big deal. Now then, we use the same old dirty brush. What the heck? I'm going to go back into some of my yellows here. I got cadmium yellow, yellow ochre. We'll reach down here, get a little touch of the bright red, and just tap that brush. Tap it right into the color. Okay, let's go back up here. And let's begin putting in all kinds of little grassy things. All you're doing is just tapping downward. Now, because you have that dark under there, we'll put a little sap green with that too here and there. Because you have that dark, your light color shows up. If you put light against light, you have nothing. Dark against dark, you have nothing. But when you put light against dark or dark against light, then all these things just explode. It's beautiful. There we are. You know what's so fantastic? I get so many letters from people all over the country that are painting and enjoy success, and it's fantastic, especially from young people. I can't believe the number of young people that are painting, and they have truly found the joy of painting. There we go. And we travel all over the country doing demonstrations for charity groups and PBS stations and all kinds of organizations. So if we get to your neighborhood, come out and see us. Come out and watch a painting being done. I think you'll enjoy it. We put on shows that are 2 or 3 hours long and gives us a chance to talk with everybody and meet some of the most fantastic people. So now we'll take just a fan brush and I want to clean up this water. So all I'm doing is just gently rubbing it. Just gently rubbing it. Just going to clean it up a little bit. There. Now a little touch of liquid white, and I'm going to go right into titanium white. I put the liquid white in there only to thin the titanium white, so it'll stick easier. Now then, we can go right up in here. See there? And just put all kinds of little happy things floating across there. It's a super nice way to make like a little river or pond that's way back in the distance. There. And wherever you want it to go. That easy. Okay. Let me find another fan brush. I have several of them going here. I'm going to take a little sap green. Oh, a little Van Dyke brown, a little crimson. Okay, just load it up here. I'll put a little black in there too. What the heck? Black, sap green, a little crimson. Let's go right up here. Maybe there was a few little trees that are far, far away sitting up here. Just use a corner of the fan brush, push upward, drop it in, drop it in. And wherever you want them, just here and there. Just breaks it up a little bit. Maybe there's one here. See there? But it looks like little patches of trees that are growing far down in this valley. There. Okay. Shoot, let's get in the foreground. That's the fun part. I'm going to go take the old 2-inch brush. I'm going to go right into some black. Shoot, just all the dark colors. Some brown, crimson, whatever. Sap green. Just basically all the dark colors. And now you have to, we'll grab a little blue too. What the heck? A little Prussian blue right there. Now then, you have to make some big decisions. Think there was a big tree that lived, does now, lived right here. Push, bend the brush. Bend the brush. There we go. Bend it. There's another one. Just sort of visualize these in your mind and just push them in, using quite a bit of pressure. Quite a bit of pressure. Right down through here. See there? And this sort of helps push everything back. It creates depth in your painting. Distance. Push it in. Get strong with it. Use a lot of pressure here. Just trying to push that paint right through the fabric. This is when you have to have a good steady easel. Good easel. My easel's made from a platform step ladder. Now then, tell you what, I'm going to load a lot of paint into the bristles and bring this big brush to a chisel edge, very sharp, both sides, but it's a very sharp brush. There you can see it. Good. Let's go up here. Maybe, I think there was a, yeah, right about here. Now then, all I'm going to do is take and push. Just push. We'll make a big old tree. Lives right there. There he is. See how easy he is to make? You can do it. You really can do it. Can do anything. Another big tree right there. So I say, if we do get to your area when we're out traveling around and doing demonstrations, come see us. And if you'd like to know when we're going to be in your area, we have a little mailing list. If you'd like to be notified, just drop me a postcard with your name and address on it, and we'll put you on the mailing list. And when we come to your area, we'll drop you a card and let you know we're going to be there. Okay, I'm going to take a little titanium white, a little touch of dark sienna, get that small roll of paint on the knife. Now I'm going to go right up in here, just put the indication here and there of a little tree trunk ever so often, just here and there. Maybe on the other side here we'll put wherever you think one should be. And what's really neat, you can just take the point of the knife and go up here and scrape in. Put all kinds of little stick and twig indications. It's very simple. Just scrape right through the paint. Let some of the light show through. Now, when this is done, most of these will be covered up, but a few of them will show through. And people will think you worked with your little one-haired brush for extended periods of time to put all this detail in there. Shh, secret. Okay, now then, take some Van Dyke brown, a little dark sienna mixed together, and let's put some land in here. Just let it sort of flow downward. Just flow downward, like so. Okay, now then, we'll take some white, some dark sienna, at least a little touch. There, pull it out, cut across. Now then, just let the knife sort of bounce, get nervous. This is where the people that are a little nervous have a distinct advantage. Distinct advantage. See, just let it sort of bounce. There. So it makes it look like all kinds of little rocks and stones and rough places, and a little ground squirrel lives in there. He's got to have a place to live too. Okay, let's put some highlights on this. I'm going to dip my brush right into the liquid white, go into cad yellow, and reach up here and grab a little bit of black, because black and yellow, as you know, makes a beautiful green color. Load a lot of paint, pull the brush in one direction. Let's go up here. Now then, let's begin highlighting this tree. Go slightly above the dark and begin just pushing in all these hundreds and thousands of little leaves. Push, bend the brush. And don't just throw these in at random. Think about the limbs in the tree. Think about where the little bird sits up here. He's got to have a place to sit. There. Work on individual limbs. A little more of the liquid white. I put the liquid white in there only to thin the paint. Just to thin it. Because that thin paint will stick to that old thick paint. Okay, here comes one. See them? They live right here in your brush. All you have to do is just push them out. Push them out. Every once in a while, a little Indian yellow, a little bright red. Ooh, that's a pretty one. That is a pretty one. Sparkles. Like that one. Now, you can use the brush sidewards and just push it upward. See there? And make all kinds of little grassy areas. Just all kinds of little grassy things wherever you want them. Don't cover up all your dirt. Just some of it. Okay, a little more color. Let's come right out here. there's a nice little sparkler. See, but do one bush at a time. I know sometimes it looks like when you're watching here, I get carried away and just do a bunch of them at once. But they're little individuals. Each one has a personality. Each one's my friend. Shoot, sometimes I give them names even. Do one at a time. One at a time. Take some Indian yellow, a little bright red. Let's put just a little something on this tree. We don't want him left out. There we go. Just a little bit of highlight on him too. Okay, add a little touch of paint thinner. Thin the paint down a little bit more. And this rascal right here. Ooh, there we go. Sparkler again. These are nice colors. They really, they make you happy. Make you happy. Here comes another one. Wherever you want them, just drop them in. There, right on down. And once again, use that brush sidewards so you can push in bush after bush after bush. So wherever you think. Okay, I'll take the old fan brush. There was a little path that lived right here. So just scrub it in, like so. A little white to highlight it. Isn't that easy? You got a happy little path. And very quickly, there was an evergreen tree that lived right there. Just put him in. And I think with that, this painting will be about finished. I hope you've enjoyed seeing how the little animated opening was made. I hope you try it at home. From all of us here, happy painting, God bless, and we'll see you next time.